What's up, Internet? Alright, so I know I said that the last episode would be the last episode, but, I kinda lied. See, I had a little bit of bonus material planned, like I had last year. This year it's gonna be a little bit different, though, because Bomberman the Second Attack actually has a battle mode, so we're gonna explore that in a sec. First things first, I want to show the custom Bomberman parts. Now, this is the file we had originally. As you can see, it's really low in terms of numbers of parts because we skipped them all, including that bastard pair of legs on the bastard fire planet. So we're gonna go with one of my complete files. So this is my custom Bomberman. Is he not awesome? Yes, the gold armor is sexy. It's also a hell of a lot easier to get in this game because in the first game, in order to get gold armor, you had to beat the game in 3 hours and collect all of the things. I only ever managed to do it once. It sucked. I lost my save data. I'm never doing it again. Anyway, let's just check out what we got here. Kappa head, racing car head, clown mask, cowboy hat. Also, if you buy all the cowboy stuff, the shopkeeper goes naked. Punk mohawk, giddy ears. Mega Man helmet. Also, this game does not contain the silver armor from Bomberman 64, as well as the dragon armor, which was probably my favorite custom part. Beret, which I think is the part up in Starlight that I refuse to get. The Wario stash. Boxing headgear. Bunny ears. Groucho Marx mask. Ribbon, so you look like Sailor Moon. Or the gold helmet. Body, we've got Knight armor, we've got Kappa armor, looks like turtle shell, we've got driving armor, clown outfit, cowboy outfit, complete with gun and extra holster, as well as Proto-Man-esque bandana, very cool, very cool. We've got a leather jacket, which looks weird with that massive popped collar, kitty suit, Mega Man armor, kimono, along with sword sheath, to go with my twin swords there. Got a dress, got a tank body, which removes your feet unless you have the giant clown shoes. Weirdly enough, nothing else will work with it. Got the elephant floaty ring, you've got a duck floaty ring, you've got some sort of baking apron, you've got a princess dress, and you've got the gold armor. For arms, we have sword and shield. Not bad, not bad. We've got some sort of frog fingers. Koopa shells for hands, giant oversized gloves, a gun to go with your other gun. The weird thing is, the gun is in, like, the opposite side from the holster, so unless you, like, drew your gun from one side of your, body with your opposite hand, which I guess makes sense, but I don't know. Character continuity, I suppose. Unless I'm drawing from the same side. I don't know, maybe that's just a comfort thing. Brass knuckles, which just gonna look goofy. Giddy gloves, which look like Koopa shells. A giant robot claw and gun. Got my twin swords. You got a brush and a artist palette. Fans, because Bomberman always wanted to fly, I guess. You got boxing gloves. You got drill hands. You got the hand puppets, which just look funny. You've got those evil Freddy Krueger claws. And you've got the gold hands. We're gonna go back to swords. Now for our legs, we have the armored boots, which look like knight boots. Frog feet to match the frog hands. Racing shoes to go with the Koopa Troopa hands. You got clown shoes. You got cowboy boots complete with spurs. Got generic boots, which look like they're made out of, like, copper. You got kitty shoes. You got Mega Man feet. You got sandals. You got slippers. You've got the giant clown shoes, which are the only piece of footgear that work with the tank body. You've got Kung Fu slippers. You've got sneakers. You got the pommy slippers. You got high heels, which do not in fact have high heels. And the gold boots for the extra blinged out look. We're gonna get out of there, because that was just a fun little thing I wanted to show you. And we'll go to the battle mode. Now, I've got a lot of stuff planned. Well, I say that, I probably don't, but we're gonna set it to 1 victory anyway. Set the time to 99 anyway. So survival mode, all those trophies up there are challenge modes you had to complete to unlock extra characters, as well as all the extra modes. This version was actually the copy owned by my video store back in the day, back before the person who had this previously, I don't know, bought it or stole it or whatever, but all these trophies I unlocked before anyone else because I played this game before it even hit their shelves. So I earned all these things, and I know that because it was all unlocked by the time they got it, and they lived next to that video store, so I'm certain this is actually the copy I unlocked all the stuff on. You can also access challenge mode, which is fun. That's how you unlock the trophies. We're just going to go standard mode, though. And there's our custom Bomberman. And those are all the characters we can play as, or rather, the enemy can play as. But you can play as them if you've unlocked all the special stuff. And I like playing as the Reaper, so we're going to do that instead of actually utilizing the time we spent faffing about making our own custom character. So we're going to stick with... We've already got him, we're going to keep them. That looks kind of like the second evolution of Pommy if you take the other path. We'll go with Bunny Girl, we'll leave it with Fox Guy, and we'll go with... part of me wants to go with the Golden Axe team, but part of me wants to go with the Witch, so we'll go with the Witch. And we'll go with... what's a good classic level? We'll go with Park. Park's a good one. I'm up in the corner. Well, we're all in corners, I guess. And I can't see the lower half of my screen because of my microphone. So this is going to be interesting. But, yeah. This is the Bomberman you know and love. And, this is why I would say this game has some of the best multiplayer. Although we'll see something about that later, but, I'd say this game has the best multiplayer, and I just lost because ghosts ganged up on me, as they do. But, hopefully I'll get my revenge on Bunny Girl. Yeah, you won. You smug bunny. Okay, well, let's go back. We'll go to King and Knights. This is an interesting one. This is a team-based, does that set? I'm not sure if my settings saved. Yes, they did, okay. So, this is a team-based thing where you gotta protect an objective while attacking your opponent's objective. So, I guess I'll go on the side of Witch Girl because I don't like Bunny Girl. King Life will get 4. And we'll go to Royal Palace. I'm hoping that's what it says, because I seriously can't see what it says at the bottom of my screen. I'm gonna cheat, and basically we gotta make sure our king stays alive, so I'm gonna just carry him and let my teammate hurt the opponent. So this is basically how you beat the game really easily. You just let your opponent or your teammate do all the hard work for you while you carry the palm, and you carry the king. And I think pump bombs do like 3 damage, whereas like standard bombs do 1 or something. So if you just drop like a pump bomb on your opponent, it can do some pretty mean things. Go away. Now I'm gonna... Uh-oh. Yeah. Aw, that was just mean. Whoop. Let's see if I can trick them into killing their own king. Sometimes this works, sometimes this works. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Yay, we won. See, I told you I'd get my revenge on Bunny Girl, and lo and behold I did. Because I cheated. Or as I like to think, I used amazing tactics. So, that's King and Knight. That's a fun one. Okay, we have Battle Royale, which is of course... do we have sudden death? Oh, we can't turn sudden death on. Damn. Maybe it's only survival that gets sudden death, but sudden death's always fun. Okay, and this is a standard, basically the same as the previous one. We'll do this one, because I think this is a neat looking level. I think my favorite Bomberman 64 multiplayer level, I don't think it was in this game, it was oh crap, now everything's confused. It was the floating staircases over a large body of water. I think it was only in the first one though, which is annoying because it's like my favorite one. The nice thing is, I could just hang off there, except I screwed that up royally. Oh! Stop confusing me. Someone get more confused than me. Ooh, I don't want to be there. Wait, what? Well, now I'm a hamster. Go team hamsters, I guess. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Oh. Come on. Come on. Yeah, the sand really makes it hard though, because it's constantly pushing your bombs, so unless you get like stable footing directly at the bottom of the level, you're just not going to get it anywhere. I'll grab these, thank you. Come on, let's see if I can scrub out a win. Woo! Haha, yeah! Whoop! I beat this game, can you tell? Whoops, I almost killed myself because of input delay on the recording. Whoop! Bomberman. It's a fun game. I like Bomberman a lot. Like, I'm not even a big multiplayer fan, but I like games where you can play multiplayer against bots. So I just don't like playing against people, because... Well, that's one of the things I don't like about, like, online-only games, is, like, I don't want other people coming in and ruining my good time. I'm perfectly fine playing without other people. I think other people just serve to get in the way and make my life worse. Which is, like, why I don't like stuff like Titanfall. It's just, yeah, I just don't get it. I'd rather just play Time Splitters against a bunch of bosses, or bots, and indeed did. It's a shame that video got eaten by YouTube. So that was a movie I was kind of happy about. Kind of wish I'd put out, but unfortunately the gods of the internet did not want me making a Time Splitters 10-year anniversary video, so, you know. Also, I'm winning by a massive landslide. Like, I can't even see the other character points because my microphone's in the way, but I'm pretty sure I'm winning by a massive margin. If you want to talk about Bombermans that had a cool story mode, I'm sure there's more than the ones I've played, because I've only really played, like, the N64 ones, Bomberman Generations, but one that had a really cool single-player campaign was, yeah, by a massive landslide, I might add. One that really got a cool campaign, if you're ever looking for one, is Bomberman Tournament on the Game Boy Advance, which almost played kind of like a Zelda-style top-down adventure. It was really neat. Okay, we'll do Score Attack. We'll leave Key Trial to the end, because that was probably the one I spent the most time in, because I felt that was the most interesting of them. Okay, so this is Score Attack. We'll go on the giant casino board of, that's craps, isn't it? Like, I've never gambled in my life, so I wouldn't know. I do understand craps, though, like, and I think craps is at least an interesting gaming concept. So the idea is we're just trying to get more points than other people, which is basically coming all the way down to earning money. Which is why it makes sense that we're on a casino board. More speed for me. I think the girl characters, like the bunny character and the witch, actually start out like with a roller skate item, so they've got like inherent higher speed. I'll take that. I'll take those. Whoa, what? And then you can just bomb your opponents to get money. But I think it's like trying to get X number of money. Or do it in X amount of time or something. I'll take that. And food apparently heals, or gets you points as well, which is kind of interesting. Cherry, cherry, cherry. Mine. I'll take this too, thank you. And I'll take that. It's not looking good for me. Ow. And dying, of course, reduces your... Yes! There we go. I'm doing better. I'm still pretty far behind, I think. I'll take that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. I don't know what this night vision does. I'm guessing that's the thing that's like making everyone dizzy. But not me. I'm far too kick-ass to be dizzy from night vision. I'll be taking this, thank you. Big mode. Big mode's always fun. Like, it's annoying, but I always associate with, like, just one of those fun things you can do in Bomberman is just get, like, giant mode. I'll take this stuff, and this stuff, and this stuff. Whoa, and now I'm dead. That is one problem with, like, split screen, though, is, like, unnecessary split screen means, like, you get less visual real estate, which really screws your ability to see anything. I'll take that. Oh, and I'm invisible now. I always like that power-up. Like, I know the skulls are supposed to be, like, all negative, but I think invisibility is just a straight power-up. I've always associated, like, the mask with the skull, because they're just, like, supposed to all be negative, but I'm sure there are positive ones, like that mask. Just made everything really rumbly. It's like, it's not bad, it's just kind of awkward a little bit. Also, I don't think there's any way I'm gonna win, seeing as I've got, like, half the scores to the next guy. But, yeah. I'm having fun, because I got to play through my favorite Bomberman. I'm still playing through my favorite Bomberman, and I got to, share it all with you, which is fun. I'm not very happy, like, the one insta-kill move I needed to dodge was, like, the one I got hit by, though. That's... I'm still a bit salty about that. That sucks beyond measure. But, I managed to scrub out a win in the end. Despite that lava pool and stuff. Oh, I lost to the witch. So now basically everyone's won except that stupid fox character. And now we have what is probably the most interesting mode, Key Trial, which is kind of like a collecting level, except it always came across to me, and there was one level in right, words, well done, brain. It always came across to me as a race, which is why I specifically like this level. I remember the challenge to this better than any other level. Because we're starting out on one end of the platform, and in order to get to the keys, which we need, we have to go all the way to the end. See? Bunny Girl is moving faster than every other character except the witch. I'm just gonna hang out here. And now I'm invisible, and I'm gonna grab her roller skate, because she can just sit there and move really slow, and I've got one of the keys. So the goal here is to collect the keys, but the keys are in hidden soft blocks. And in this level, they're on one side of the world, and I just won. I was really hoping that'd be a bit more cutthroat and go a little longer, but what was neat was it always came across as a race, because you start on one side of the world, rather than just sort of being surrounded by a bunch of objects. So you kind of had to race all the other characters to get there. And that's Bomberman 64, the second attack. I think I've covered everything I wanted to do. We're not done here yet, though. There is one more thing I wanted to show you, because, well, I had one bit of bonus material last year. I figured, let's do it again, because I had something else I kind of want to show you. So, I'll be back in a sec. Bye, Hudson Soft, apparently. Yeah, this is, one of the harder to get Bomberman games in North America, which is why I'm playing the Japanese version, but, this is Saturn Bomberman. Another game I'm very grateful I've got my Saturn import card for, because if you want the North American copy, it's about $150 to $200. Japanese copy, $5. This is the game that a lot of people typically say has the best multiplayer, and I'm not sure I agree with that, because I like Second Attack's multiplayer with all the different modes and stuff, but, it's definitely the most pretty Bomberman game I've ever played. Like, let's just, play one level really quick of the story mode. We'll skip that, because I don't care. And, then I'll show you what I really wanted to show you in this game, but, just look at how pretty this game is. Unfortunately, I can't see what I'm doing because my mic's in the way, but hopefully I can make it work. One thing I really like about this is, like, every zone, like, at the end of this level, you'll be able to see, like, a little teacup I'll walk into and it'll spin around. Every zone has a different exit, and the entrance to the next zone is continuous to the previous zone. So I'll show that, and then we'll get out of here, and I'll show you what I really wanted to show you. But, this game is just pretty. Maybe someday I'll do a Let's Play of this, because I'd love to. I've never beaten it. I've only ever gotten to, like, the second world. It's hard. I'm bad at really classic Bomberman, where you only get, like, 1 health and stuff. But your goal is to kill all those generators and free yourself from the BHB army or whatever it is. Except there's no BHB army, also they're not gravity generators. And there's the teacup I'm talking about. And then you go on a little teacup ride and you leave. And it's just a nice game. Seriously, just get the Japanese version. It's dirt cheap. I think the purchase of the Japanese version as opposed to the North American version, because this was actually my first import game, it not only paid for my Saturn, but it paid for my import card at least 5 times over, which is pretty amazing. So, that was cool. Anyway, yes, that's level 1-1. There's a boss all the way at the end in that castle. We're not going to see that, but just check this out. So now we're leaving through the teacup ride. Whee! And now we're in a new place. That's a very cool thing. I like that a lot. Just a small thing, but it's such a gorgeous game. And we can't seem to lose there, so we might just have to die a bunch of times, which is fine by me, I guess. This isn't my save file, so... I like the scrolling effect on the water down there. I just bombed myself, I guess. I thought there was like a save and quit function. I guess there isn't. That's a bit annoying, but you know, whatever. We'll hurry on to my next and final feature of this presentation. I like that they release the balloons and they scale up. Like, everything about this game is just really gorgeous. Like, I still like Bomberman's Second Attack, if only just because the bosses are cool, and I like the fact that you get different bombs. Like, that's really it. It's like, exits. If I'm reading these menus right, my Japanese is a wee bit rusty. Yeah, okay. And case in point, we're gonna have to now struggle through the battle game menus, so hopefully I remember what the order is to go through these menus properly. Like, it's Bomberman, you don't really need to know the language or anything, but show the one thing I specifically want to show. It's a bit tricky. Let's see. Okay, yes. Wait. Yes, that's what I want to show. Okay. So, whoops. Let's go back. Whoops. Back. That's where I want to go. Now, in case you're noticing, that is in fact 10-player multiplayer. And that is why this game is amazing. So we'll set it to 2 wins, because with 10 people it kind of gets a bit hectic trying to get multiple wins. So we're gonna go with Kuroban because he's my favorite. Shirobon, don't know who that is, don't know who that is. I believe that's Milon from Do-Re-Mi Fantasy, also Milon's Secret Castle. We got Meijin Takahashi because it's the Japanese version and not Master Higgins. We've got Bonk. Also, Meijin Takahashi, 16 shots per second as opposed to Master Higgins, who has done nothing. We got the guy from Far East of Eden, the fighting game, and that other one. I don't know. I only have the Super Nintendo Far East of Eden game and my save battery doesn't work. And no one's ever made a translation for it, so... There's only one stage, as far as I can tell. It's just this one really big one, but... Yeah. Also, as I understand, you can actually play this game through, like, dial-up. Which is kind of wild to think you could play, like, 10-player multiplayer Bomberman kind of primitively online on the Sega Saturn. And this is kind of why everyone thinks this is the best one. It's just because 10-player multiplayer, which I gotta say, that's damn cool. Kind of like how Guardian Heroes had, like, that 8-player co-op campaign, which was really cool, but with Bomberman, so everyone can enjoy it, 'cause it's Bomberman. How do you not like Bomberman? But, yeah, this is sort of the equivalent of me showing Bomberman Fantasy Race at the end of last episode. It's just, or last year's series. It's like, that could be very bad for me. Oh, and it was. I was just desperately trying to avoid bonk, and, well, he bonked me. I've never understood bonk. Like, I've never played a bonk game because, with the exception of one, I'm pretty sure they were all in the TG-16, which I refuse to believe even existed because I've never seen one. But I know nothing about bonk. I've seen a few screenshots of, like, the Super Nintendo one. It just looks like a weird-ass game. Like, and I like weird games. So, you know, that sounds like something down my alley, but just never seen a copy of bonk ever. Or a TG-16, which is why I claim they never existed. Also, I don't care if it had a superior port of Kadash. Until I actually see said copy and said console, I don't think it existed. And now I'm just bitter because I still haven't played Kadash in the past, like, 20 years, despite it being such a major part of my childhood. And I'm kind of rooting for, the Meijin here, as opposed to bonk, because what has bonk ever done? Not 16 shots a second, that's for sure. Come on, let's see what you got, Meijin. But, yeah. Oh, and he wins. Well, if you're gonna lose to anyone, it's the master of 16 shots a second I will, give credit to winning. Everyone else can suck compared to him, though. Because I don't think anyone here could do 16 shots a second. I know I certainly couldn't. That's why I hold him in such reverence. Like, 16 shots a second, that's insane. How do you... You are like a shmup god if you can do 16 shots a second. That's just inhuman levels of cool. And, he got immortalized in Hudson's version of Wonder Boy, which turned into its own series, including the fourth game, which is the only one that didn't come out in North America, which is a shame, because I've got that on a multi-card. That's a damn fine non-linear platformer. So yeah, Adventure Island 4, go play that if you get a chance. It's a interesting rendition of Adventure Island. If completely different than the rest. But, I guess the next Bomberman related thing I have to worry about is next year when I have to... God damn you, Milon, your bomb-kicking abilities. If only I had the Guardian Boots. Oh crap. I kind of desperately want the Guardian Boots at this point. Oh, that's bad. Aw, oh, come on. This is just a bad showing on my part. You'd be surprised how much time I spent in Bomberman Second Attack multiplayer proving how awesome I was, and it's just like, I'm getting my ass kicked here in this one. It's like, I'm really good at this, honest. I know you could never tell that, but honestly I am. Oh well. But that's one thing I like, despite not really showing any of it in Bomberman Second Attack, that I wish was in other Bomberman games, was the custom Bomberman. I like the idea of making your own Bomberman. I think that's cool. Aw. Oh, we get to play another round, I guess. The idea of going through campaign, finding bits and pieces of your Bomberman, and then making your own unique one, that's always been a cool idea to me. The one thing I never liked about Custom Bomberman is you never got to use it in single player, though. Like, part of me just wanted to see Dragon Bomberman take on, whoever the hell it was in, Bomberman 64, and, like, gold-plated Bomberman take on the BHB army and whatever. And, I mean, yeah, we got the Guardian armor, but Guardian armor wasn't as cool as the gold armor. Or whatever custom armor I could come up with. Like, tank legs. Tank legs is cooler than Guardian armor. And then it could have, like, granted me hovering ability, which would have made... I could have just hovered over all the lava instead of having to deal with those stupid ice platforms. Not that I'm bitter or anything. I'm just really extremely bitter about it. Still, 10-player Bomberman, it's very hectic and kind of insane, but I have to admit it's really cool. I'd still say like the high point of this game is just how gorgeous it is, rather than the 10-player multiplayer, but... again, I'm not as big on multiplayer, but Bomberman multiplayer is like one of the few exceptions I'll sit down and play through. Except that now I can't see where Bonk is because my microphone's in the way. I'm really desperately hoping I'm not going to die here, but I might. Oh crap. That almost ended horrendously for me. I'm just gonna hide here. Thanks. Whoop, I don't want to be there. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Excellent soundtrack to this game, by the way. Like, yeah, every level is basically the Bomberman theme, but it's done slightly differently, and I am a colossal tit. I just walked out and thought I could have had a chance, and instead I just whiffed. I'm clearly not showing I have any sort of skill. Like, I'm good at this, honest. I know you don't believe it, but it's true. Has anyone out there played that second Milon game on the Super Famicom? What was it, Do-Re-Mi Fantasy? I wanted to get a copy, but it's so expensive. It looks neat, though. Damn you, Milon, you jerk. With your NES game of frustration. Actually, I've never played Milon's Secret Castle. I've got, like, a couple different multi-carts that have it on it, but it's just something I've never bothered to try. Just because it looks like, oh, that looks so convoluted. And I just don't have the patience for it. But Do-Re-Mi Fantasy just looks like a fun platformer. And I like fun platformers. That's why I went out of my way to get a copy of Magical Poppin'. Although my copy's a reproduction, so... Weirdly enough, it's the only reproduction the Retron 5 seems to notice that I've got. All the rest either come up as non-existent games or can't be read. Which is weird. Kind of unfortunate, too. But, yeah. I'd like to try Do-Re-Mi Fantasy. I'd like to try all games, really. Like that's one thing I aspire to do with this channel, is I want to talk about every game ever, but... You know, it's going to be a long time before I can actually manage to effectively do so. Oh, come on, Bonk. Ah, I had Bonk trapped. Ah, in my necessity to kill Bonk, I destroyed myself. It was hubris what killed me, is what it is. And you know what? I'm okay. I killed Bonk. That's good enough for me. Although it looks like we're very quickly going to reach the end of this, because unless Cowboy Jones over there manages to scrub out a win, we've effectively seen all the people already win one, and I've set it to 2 victories, I think, so... Let's see who wins and finishes up Bomber Week 2015. Kind of putting my bets on the Magine here, but that's just because oh, there he gets scrubbed out. It wasn't Bomberman, he lost in his own. Will it be Cowboy Jones giving us a second chance? Come on, Cowboy Jones, let's see what you got. Ooh, that's bad for Cowboy Jones. But Milon's sitting by the edges. Oh, Cowboy Jones manages to give me one more chance at redemption. Which, I mean, I like this game, I enjoy playing it, but I'm running out of things to talk about, and I have another thing I can record directly after this, which requires me to talk about stuff, damn it. Still, it's fun to see 10-player Bomberman, because this is the only game that ever did it. Every other one's been like, I think 8 was the max on, that online one on the PSN and Xbox 360. I've never played that one. And I'm pretty sure it's dead, so I wouldn't bother, but yeah. No one has ever done 10-player multiplayer, which is why this one is typically held in such high regard. Not because of its gorgeous aesthetic or beautiful soundtrack, although it does those things well too. I almost killed myself again, because I'm a colossal tit. But I'm almost finished with all my holiday video stuff. I gotta do one more video directly after this. I gotta do my game of the year list, and then I gotta do like 2 more reviews. And then everything for December is done, which is good, because December is such a super hectic month for me doing stuff. Because I like to give you guys some extra stuff for December, because that's when some people get some time off and they want some extra entertainment and stuff. So I like to try and oblige, despite the fact that I'm probably not the most interesting person to watch ever. What is this guy doing? Just hanging out. That's his strategy. Part of me wants to just leave him there so that when time over happens, he just gets stuck and dies instantly. That would be funny to me. Oh crap, that's bad. And I managed to survive that. Look at me. And Milon's just hanging around up there. I'm gonna try and take Milon out, I think. Oh crap. Uh-oh. Oh, I got the line bomb and it didn't work properly. Crap. So, one of these two characters is probably going to get killed off by the time over in a minute. Part of me's kind of betting it's the guy in the corner because Milon's got at least a lot more room to move. I have no idea why he's not doing anything. Like, he had room to get out of there. I don't know why he ever bothered not to. And it seems Milon has single-handedly won Bomber Week 2015. And I've lost wildly. That was embarrassing. But, well done, Milon, you jerk. Enjoy your incredibly rare Super Famicom game, asshole. And I'll leave Milon with his victory. I'll see you next time. Also, Bomberman doing the wave. Nice touch.